The Roma Gypsy community are single-handedly destroying Ireland, and we must deport every single one of these Roma Gypsy lunatics back to their country, especially all the criminals that are here abusing 3 elderly women like one did just a few weeks ago in Dublin. Now here we have an actual video of Roma Gypsies being caught shoplifting. They shoplift like 500 euros worth of produce out of a shop. It is a disgrace what's happening here.
Everybody go back inside. Yeah, stop right there, and take out everything. So ready guys, who first? Who we doing first? Who taking out first? Hey, this way. You're gonna take out.
No, take everything out.
Take out. Listen, turn to me.
Turn.
Yeah, take out.
No,
Hello. You're gonna turn facing me. Take out.
Now.
Sorry, stop.
Oh my God.
Stand up. Yep.
So these lads speaking that are saying stand up and take all these produce out of your dress there, the lads that are speaking to them are security guards, all right? Now, this is in the UK, but the same thing is happening here in Ireland, okay? The UK is on the exact same scale, all right? The UK basically has the exact same culture now as Ireland. Multicultural shit hellhole, okay?
When you want break. All right, your turn now. Put your over here. Put your right there. Hello? Step back. Can you go back some more? Yeah. So take out your now. Hello? Can you face me? Face me. I need you to face me. Yeah. Go now.
The security guard is Jamaican, the store detective is Indian, and all the Roma Gypsies. I mean, this is what hell looks like on earth, guys. I'll be honest with you. This is just hell, guys. This is hell on earth, okay? To have people like this stealing. Like I said, there's like 400, probably more, because this is all detergent. You can see here, detergent. This is probably 400 or 500 euro worth of Head and Shoulders. Like, it's €8 per bottle for Head and Shoulders. They have 10 bottles of detergent, 20 euro, 40 euro a piece. Look at this, guys. 400, 500, 600 euro maybe for this whole 2 women shopping. This is insane. Wow.
Are you done your one? Your time now, madam.
Oh my God.
You're separate from me.
Oh my God.
Yep.
I don't want to live around these people. Why do we have a society like this? Each one of those bottles are the large bottles of Head and Shoulders. You guys know they're like 12, 15 euro in Ireland. Okay, what about in the UK? Maybe £10. Super expensive. This is like 600 euro worth of shopping robbery, and they should all be locked up for 10 years, in my personal opinion. That is insane. Oh my God, guys. Look at that.
Hello?
Oh my God, look at that, guys. I'm going to give a conservative estimate of 400 euro, probably 500 euro worth of stuff, probably even more. None of these Roma Gypsies speak English. I mean, this is what we have to put up with. And, we may say, well, this is bad here in the UK. Well, in Ireland, there was a Roma Gypsy man. He sexually assaulted 3 women while he was in hospital, while the Irish, hospital staff were treating him for heart palpitations. He actually then, this is on RT mainstream news, he actually got up and sexually assaulted 3 different women, elderly women in their 70s and 80s. And then he ran away. He fled then to Berlin, to Germany. So this is what we're up against here. We need mass deportations of these absolute nutcases and anyone else that's committing crime in Ireland, okay? We can't lower our standards because the government says we have obligations to bring in every last person into the country. And here we have a video where the stolen goods are gone. It's into local markets around the country. Literally, Roma Gypsies are just evil, guys. I remember being in Eastern Europe and they flooded Eastern Europe, Slovakia, Poland, to the Czech Republic with these Roma Gypsies because, of course, there's a war in Ukraine, so they have to flood then into other Eastern European countries, Bulgaria, they have to flood into Moldova, like all these, Balkan states as well, Latvia, Lithuania. It's a flipping nightmare.
All your stolen Tesco products look for sale at the boot fair. Look. That's for the big long dresses. Look. Other poor people here buys their stuff to sell. All Tesco products, long dresses. Yeah, the long dresses. Yeah.
It's not that they're being altruistic and they're giving all their stolen goods to their local kids and to their community. Okay, the Roma gypsies don't even do that, guys. They actually sell it back to the people. So they rob you. They rob flipping all the food, all the expensive, detergent and the laundrette sort of, stuff to clean your clothes. And then they sell it back to the people. I mean, this is a flipping scam they're running. This is an absolute scam they're running. And the worst thing about it all, guys, the worst thing about it all, which nobody talks about, okay, unless we're talking to me, County Gaines, we'll talk about it here on this channel. We'll talk about anything to anybody. And the worst thing about it all, guys, is that these Roma gypsies are breeding at a rate of like 10 to 1, the Irish people. One of those Roma gypsy scum that you saw in the video, she'll have 10 kids. She might have 15 kids. Okay, the average Irish woman, she'll have 1 or 2 kids. So we can see here from a brand new article from today, bye babies. Birth rate is down almost 20%. While these Roma gypsies are quadrupling, okay, they're multiplying in a flipping crazy number, okay? Absolutely, they're squaring. They're literally, the little 2 up the top of the number, they're literally multiplying by a factor of 10. The Irish birth rate is down 20%. So we're going to have a nationhood of Roma gypsies and criminals in Ireland. And there'll be no Irish left. The Great Replacement is taking in a great effect for the last 5 to 10 years. It's been happening and nobody cares. Nobody seems to be caring or doing anything about it. But look at this news article. It says Ireland's birth rate has fallen by almost 20% compared to 10 years ago, and women are having their first child at an older age, the data is revealed yesterday. These Roma gypsies, they'll have kids at 16, 18 years old. They'll have 10 kids then, up to the age of 35. Irish women will probably have kids at 30. They don't want to have kids young, okay, with their high school sweetheart, with their secondary school sweetheart. Okay, they won't do that, guys, anymore, because Irish women have been pretty much just indoctrinated by the neo-Marxist liberal agenda. The woke left-wing lunatics have taken a hold of a lot of these women in Ireland, and unfortunately they have brainwashed them, okay, destroyed their mentality, and they're not having kids, guys. Birth registry data from the third quarter of 2025 showed that 14,000 babies were born in that 3-month period, up by 250 births from the previous year, but down by 18% when compared with the 17,000 births when registered in 2015. So that is pretty alarming. Okay, I would say that is a clear erosion of our people. If there are no Irish people being born, then we're screwed. And how many, I'm not sure it actually says of the ethnically Irish people, so how many of those 17,000 or 14,000 actually of 2025, how many of those are ethnically Irish people? Is it 20%, 50%? Who knows? Data released by the CSO, of course, if you guys live in Ireland, you know what the Central Statistics Office is. They don't measure by ethnicity, so we don't know actually if these people that are being born here are ethnically Irish. They could be from any ethnicity. It found that Ireland's fertility rate of Q3 of last year was 1.5, well below the replacement level of 2.1 children per woman. I believe in the 1840s in Ireland, it used to be like 6 or something. Every woman used to have like 6 kids, and that was beautiful. That was beautiful, guys. A whole bunch of redhead Irish freckled kids running around the place. That's beautiful in Ireland. That's what you want to see. When Americans come over, when tourists from Asia and from Africa come to Ireland, they would love to see that. Wow, a nation of freckled, little Irish kids running around the place. Beautiful. Green eyes, red hair, and freckles. And now when you come to Ireland, you basically see a nation of Roma gypsies and North Africans speaking Arabic, and they don't care about Ireland as a culture or a people. They couldn't care less if we all died tomorrow. All they care about is making money and surviving. But our government, the sole purpose of our government is to see the ethnically Irish people survive and do well. But they don't want that, guys. They hate us. The value of 2.1 children is generally considered to be the level at which a population would replace itself and sustain minor growth in the long run without migration. The fertility rate has fallen from 1.9 since 2015, remains above 1.34. The EU average, 1.34. Malta has the lowest birth rate at just 1 live birth per woman, according to the latest data. That is absolutely terrifying. In Malta, a woman has 1 kid on average. That's That is crazy. I mean, there's something obviously wrong there with the money or something, or they think they can't afford it, but that's terrifying. The CSO also found that the average age of the first-time mother was 32 years old. You know, these Roma gypsies, they have kids at 16 years old. They'll be on Teen Mom, you know, that flippin' American show, Teen Mom. They'll be on that show, while the Irish people, you know, we have kids at 30. So crazy stuff. They'll have kids at 16, 15. They'll have kids at, 20, and then they'll be able to have kids till they're 30, because the Roma gypsy men probably forced them to have kids, okay? They're flipping holding them at knife point, and they're forcing them to have all these kids. And the Irish women, of course, are, throwing it around. They're throwing it back in the club, listening to Sexy Red and Jay-Z or whatever. They're listening to, Drake and Sexy Red in the club, throwing it back, sleeping with some guy that they met 20 minutes ago. And they're not having kids, guys. They're living their best life, okay? So that's how it's going to be now, because they've destroyed the country, honestly. This is also higher than the EU average of 30. Falling birth rates were flagged as a national cause of concern last December by the National Economic and Social Council, which called the government to support families in order to prevent what is called a vicious downward cycle. A notable milestone, also known as peak baby, was also passed in 2010, with the number of babies born reaching an all-time high of 77,000, and then it began to fall. So since 2010, we haven't been having more kids than less. That's crazy. That is another nightmare that we're living in, guys. So basically, we're doomed. The Roma gypsies are taking over. This was a depressing video. I'm going to go and jump off the bridge, okay? Because I know there's no future planned. And that's how it is, guys. I would love to have 10 kids, 12 kids. Every man should be having 12 to 15 kids, because there's no other way we're going to be able to fight back against the horde of Roma gypsies and North Africans. It's impossible. The North Africans and the Eastern European, Middle Eastern people, they're having 5 to 10 kids as well. The Irish women are having 1 kid, 2 kids, because it's expensive. Kids are cheap. Kids are flipping cheap up till the age of about 12 years old. Flipping have a steak a day, even if you're just giving them some chicken, some oranges. I used to eat chicken and oranges. My parents weren't rich. I survived. I'm 6'4", 120 kilograms. I'm not skinny either. I wasn't malnourished. My parents, we flipping didn't have much money at all, guys. So I'm not so sure where they're getting this thing where kids are expensive. No, they're not. They're not that expensive, guys. Kids are fine, okay? But the Irish women are just saying that because they're brainwashed by the media to not have kids, because, of course, they're throwing it back in the club. They want to go popping champagne bottles in the club, and the Roma gypsies are just taking over. They'll be running the government soon. We saw yesterday, flipping newsflash, unbelievable. We saw a post from Michael O'Keefe on X. Go check him out. It said that you don't need to be an Irish citizen to flip and vote in the elections. So you can come here, any Tom, Dick, and Harry. If you're from God knows where, guys, Ethiopia, Somalia, you can vote in the Irish national elections. That's outside interference. That's literally foreign interference in elections in Ireland, in my opinion, guys. That's literally foreign interference. And you could be from Sweden and you could still vote in the elections. That's crazy. How the hell could you be not from the country? You haven't got a clue about our local elections, about our culture, about our heritage, and all of a sudden you're voting for everything? Madness, absolute madness. I love you guys all. If you want to support me, hit the join link underneath the video. Become a member today for just €3 per month. Help support me push back against the woke Irish Liberal government. And I'll see you all in the next one, lads. Peace.